Hi, this is Nurse Marnisha. Thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to go over some things that helped me get through my first clinical rotation with the Hospitalist group. So hopefully this is helpful for you. I had an opportunity for a doctor to tell me one-on-one things that he felt like I should have known before starting the clinical rotation. And he was just being honest. He said, I feel like you need a better understanding on these topics. And I appreciate the time that he took with me. And so he was telling me that I needed a better understanding of sepsis. Anything cardiac. Actually, that was the number one. Anything cardiac. I need a better understanding. And that would be anything related to congestive heart failure, the HFrEF, HFpEF, EKG leads, understanding the arrhythmias, anything cardiac is very important. The goal-directed medical therapies, which is known as the GDMT now. And my school, Chamberlain University, did teach us all of these things, but it's just a lot, and I didn't really understand that I needed to really understand that before getting into this rotation. So I am studying hard, and I'm in my second part of the clinical rotation with the Hospitalist group, and I'm doing much better than I was when I first started. I'm not coming from critical care, so I haven't had critical care for about 11 to 12 years. So I'm basically having to stir up all of those foundational things that I learned a long time ago to build on to what I should know right now. So it's been taking a lot of time and studying, a lot of effort, but I'm doing much better. So I just wanted to say that you should definitely, and this is directly from the doctor, we should know cardiac through and through. We should know sepsis through and through, organ failure, damage, all of that involved. And then acute kidney injury. Those are the top 3 patients that I see there. Are acute kidney injury, sepsis, and cardiac. The number one, of course, is cardiac. And most of our patients are elderly, of course. Diabetes patients, we do diabetic patients. We do see those often as well. Some cellulitis and just different random other things. But those are the top 3 that I gave you. And those that he gave me. So this book is called the Pocket Medicine Book. So I purchased it on Amazon. It basically breaks down all of the diagnoses in the whole wide world. I'm not sure if it's the whole wide world, but there's tons in here in this tiny font. And so basically it will tell you how to treat a patient and how to score them on certain things. And it'll even help you how to determine one diagnosis from the other. This book, the doctors use, they told me to get it, so I got it. This is clinical pathophysiology made ridiculously simple. I purchased this on Amazon as well. This has been very useful for going back into stirring up those foundational things that all nurses learned years and years ago. So that has been helpful. And to organize my day at clinical, I bought this H&P notebook on Amazon, and this has been very helpful. Basically, it for each patient is a 2-page, but it's for one patient, and it you just start with the patient's name, the room, the gender, the HPI, the PMH, the ROS, and it just, all the way through your physical exam, the social history, family history, labs, everything is in this book, and it helps keep me organized. Otherwise, I would be suffering, writing in a book and just willy-nilly. So other things that you should know, you should understand that when you get there, you're moving on their pace. So you have to keep up with your preceptor. They don't have a lot of time for your questions. If you're going to ask a question, make sure it's a worthwhile question, because they have to keep it moving. And when I say move, they move. We're up and down those steps in the elevator all day long. So I do ask them questions that make sense. Like, I don't ask them questions that I can find on Google. I ask them questions like, why did you choose this over this? I don't ask them, well, what does that mean? Unless unless it is justified in me asking, what does that mean? But if it's something that I can look up on Google, I don't ask them that question, because then you look silly. So I do write down as I'm going all of my questions that I need to look up later. But if it's just why did you go this way versus that way, then that is okay to ask, in my opinion. And then for Chamberlain, I do attend Chamberlain. And anything that I say on this video are my opinions and my experiences, and don't directly have anything to do with Chamberlain University. I just happen to be a student there, so I got that out of the way. But there are midterm calls and final calls that take place, and they are mandatory. You have to do them in order to pass the class. Basically, it's mandatory. And it's not a long call. You're not on the phone forever with your professor, but it is a call that is necessary. And the midterm call, you do that with your preceptor. And it's just a tap-in call. How is your student doing? What do you think she needs to work on? And that kind of thing. And I appreciate the feedback. I always appreciate critical criticism that is beneficial for me, because what I do is I take that and I work on those things, because obviously they were said for a reason. Let's see. And then if you attend Chamberlain, you should watch all of the WebEx sessions that they provide. They are recorded live, but then they are available later for you to watch, because they keep them up for you to just tap on later when it's convenient for you. And then in the modules itself, they give you videos to watch. I watch all of those. All of them are beneficial. I'm that kind of learner where I need reading, I need writing, and I need videos. That's how I learn. And then I use YouTube. I love YouTube. YouTube has saved me, to be honest. And then the apps that the doctors use that I see them use often on their phone are MedCalc, which is MEDCALC, MedCalc. And that is like this scoring system. It helps you determine certain scores, like for the CAGE for an alcoholic or a person who has alcoholism. There's a more politically correct way of saying that. We're not supposed to say it that way. So a person who has trouble with drinking. I don't remember the term, but you get what I'm saying. And then there's the like the NYHA classes, and so there's certain that is a useful app. I'm rambling. So it's MedCalc, and then Epocrates. I've talked about that before, and that's good for medications. And then Up to Date, which is good for looking up certain diseases and how to manage them, how to treat them, what kind of labs you should have on board, or that you need to have, what kind of tests need to be ordered, what kind of consults you should be doing. So basically, it kind of walks you through the whole thing. And I do have a paid subscription with my student discount. You just have to get a letter from your school institution and provide it to Up to Date, and then you will get that student discount. Epocrates, I've said this before, there is a free code for students, and that way it will be free for you. And then the MedCalc, it's just free. You just download it to your phone. And that is all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you next time when I finish my second half of my my clinical rotation with the Hospitalist group. The Hospitalist group. I just finished my first, and now I'm in my second, and hopefully I will survive. Thank you.